Hello, everyone. From me and Mr. Charles. I'm a little late. It's 10:07. Goodbye from Charles, I guess. He doesn't like it when I talk when he's sitting on my lap. It's very silly of him. Um, I'm ready to jump back into building the house today. I think we're gonna start with the landscaping instead of the clutter stuff, because clutter I feel like we can just get to at any point at this point, really. Um, but I feel like we should start with the landscaping so there is something on the outside of this house finally. um, I have no clue what I'm gonna do because I don't even think, honestly. Hold on a second. Let me check the pictures. I don't even think the outside of this house pictures like show what the landscaping are. Oh, it's just kind of like a blank lawn with like a big tree in front. Not even a big tree, just like a spindly tree. Oh my goodness, that's silly. Well, they have a driveway too because they have a garage. Okay, that makes sense. And they've got like a couple little like spots of landscaping. Cozy, welcome on in. How you doing this morning? I went through puberty right there when as I said your name. Cozy. Sometimes my voice cracks are intentional. Sometimes they're not. I don't know. Sometimes I get like a little frog in my throat. It happens. It's not even like a sickness thing. It's just like a way my throat is sometimes. I don't know. How you doing this morning, Cozy though? I was looking at the reference picture, trying to get ideas for the landscaping. But unfortunately, their landscaping is would not look good in The Sims. It would not look good in the slightest. Put Twilight on. Oh my goodness. Speaking of, I went to go get my phone fixed yesterday, and I had to kill an hour in the mall, and I went through. I saw like $1 comic boxes, and I was like, oh, like I used to go through comic boxes all the time as a kid. I'll just like kill some time looking through. And most of it was like stuff that I was not interested in. But then I saw this female force Stephanie Meyer, and I was like, for $1, I'll find out what the fuck that is. I have yet to open it. Because I figured that would be a thing we could do once a couple more people were here and figure out what the fuck this is. But all I saw from the comic box was just this, and I was like, is that a Twilight comic book? But I pulled it out, and I think this is a million times better. I don't even know what this is. I didn't look up anything about it. I haven't opened it. I'm excited to crack into it later. I'm gonna wait until more people are here because I feel like that's gonna be an experience. But I figured that you would very much appreciate it. Yeah, for $1, I was like, absolutely yoink. I don't even need to question whether or not I'm doing that. Oh, Charles, you already want to be let out? He's being such a whole gremlin this morning. He was nearly breaking down the door at 8 a.m. to get breakfast. Kind of odd of me. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's time for a full rewatch of Twilight, honestly. I should do it once a year, and I just haven't for a really long time. Okay, Charles, goodbye. Okay. We're actually going to finish this house soon. I think this is stream 5 or 6, building this house. So it's got to be done soon, or else I'm gonna lose my own estimate of 7 streams. Which maybe that was kind of lowballing it. Maybe I should have guessed 8. Oh my god, that is chilly. I'm jealous. We're gonna be in like the high 80s today. Yesterday wasn't terrible. But once it hits the 80s, I turn into like a puddle. 80s Fahrenheit, that is. I think it's like 25-ish Celsius. I've had to do the calculations a lot because one of the things we talk about usually at the start of my Japanese lessons is what the temperature is. And we usually have to do the transition because he's in Mexico and I'm in the US, so we use the different systems. Very silly. Um, okay, well, first things first. Let's turn on the best thing in the entire world. Move objects. I don't know if I'm going to go into debug just right away, but at the very least, we'll need debug, or landscapes. Baby move objects. I'm not awake yet. I woke up at like 9, but I had woken up at 8 because Charles was nearly breaking down the door to get breakfast. And then I woke up at 9 because he was nearly breaking down the door to get breakfast again. And he just like would not stop meowing. He's on a rampage this morning because I slept in. um, Cozy day with your cousins. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds so lovely. No, that sounds well worth missing the stream. Don't even apologize. All we did yesterday, I was trying not to build. So I played with Butter, the sim. Not the food, but the sim. And we just like did some magic stuff in the background. It was just kind of, you didn't miss much. um, and a day out with the cousins for like autumn shopping sounds so cozy. Cozy is like the only word that I can choose for it. So in the landscaping photo, fully, they have like a tree like this out in their front yard. And then just like, what is it, like mulch? It would be like this. They have like a little bean shape around the tree. It's awful. That's the only landscaping. The rest of it's just like a flat green lawn. I don't think that's what we're doing. I know it looks beautiful, but I don't think so. um, so let me grab a good tree. I forgot how literally huge this house is. All the trees look so fucking tiny. What sort of trees do we have around? No. The build up to Christmas does not start till December, and I will fight this till my dying breath. I will die on this hill. I will die on this Christmas tree. I might actually have to go into debug to get some of these trees. I don't think we have them. Do we? I think, well, they'd be from this pack, probably. Did we not get any trees in this pack? No, we did. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Size up a mega tree? We could. Honestly, at this point, we kind of need to. To scale with the house, like... yeah. Maybe over here more, though. And we can have, like, a little pond in the front area here. A pond and a pool? I know. A lot of water, but... it does make the house look tiny. Look at how small my house is. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how we're all gonna fit in there. Alright. Terrain tool. I guess it is time. I'm not awake enough for this, but I'm gonna try. Try out the tool mod? Yeah, it might be time. Take it to the next level, Cozy. Barbie ponytail vibes? Heck yeah. That's kind of what we were going for. That's kind of always what I'm going for. God, I actually don't know if I want to flatten the terrain or if I should just do this. I should just do this. And we'll make it kind of elongated over here as well, so it's not like a regular shape. Yeah, we'll see how that looks with water in it. I like it. That's actually kind of perfect. Um, am I on the right layer? Okay, there's the grid. Because now we got to get some like bushes and stuff around this. We can't just have an unedged lake on the lawn, you know? Gotta have little reeds and stuff around it. Oh my god, even these look so fucking tiny. Everything's so small on this lot. It's a 64 by 64. I might have bit off more than I can chew. I'm always biting off more than I can chew in this game. But I might have finally done the big bad. Actually, thank God for this thing. That's kind of the perfect, like, edge of a pond thing. We'll grab a couple of rocks as well. So maybe some of the mossy rocks. Oh my god. I'm obsessed with these mossy rocks. Since we got them, I've used them in every single build. And I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Because why would you ever not want mossy rocks? I mean, that doesn't look like it makes sense, but it, you know, it's whatever. We'll cover it up with another rock. Now it makes sense. The word mossy is really nice to say. I just love moss in general. I was thinking about it the other day, because the mat in front of my front porch has moss growing on it. And as I was walking up, from, like, going to the mall, I think it was yesterday, I was like, oh, like, little moss on my day-to-day, that's cute. It's also, like, usually quite soft, I feel like. Like, the moss that I have touched in my life is usually quite, like, it's nice, you know? Good all around. And you know a good plant is always appreciated in this house. A big old rock right there. Actually, I feel like the big old rock should be over here. I like that. I feel like there should be some, water effects, though. Some mossy water, maybe? I kind of like that. That's where the moss came from on the stones, you know? Let's see here. A log, of course. I gotta have my bog log. Some water reeds, maybe. I know there was, like, cattails in one of the, debugs, but I don't remember where. And I'm not sure I'm quite awake enough to dig through debug right now. I'm getting there. I'm slowly waking up, but it takes some time. Meow. God, not you too. Charles has been on a rampage this morning with the meowing. I'll get him for treats in just a sec here. Although he doesn't really deserve them today. He was being a silly man. Woke me up. Which doesn't make him not deserve them fully, but it makes me not want to give him them. Oh my god, second Cattails is out for beta? We'll definitely have to try it out when it comes out. Because Cattails was so fun. I miss it. I wish there was, like, more to do post-game than doing the same thing, but now you have a colony. Duet at the end of this year? Heck yeah! Oh my God, we'll definitely play it then. Charles. Oh, Charles. I have to do the actual shaking of this. Hold on. I knew it. It's all it takes. Hop up. You know the drill. You know how this works by now, you silly kitty man. A demo on Steam? Ooh, I'll definitely have to try that out later. I don't know if I'll try it out on stream. Um, but I love a good demo. I feel like demos used to be more of a thing in the past, and nowadays they're like not so much. Because like I used to play the Pokemon demo every single time. They would release the demo for the new game, and you would get to just like run along one route with your starter Pokemon. And it was usually just like a trainer battle. You could maybe battle some wild Pokemon, and like you could pick up an item, and that was it. And they did it like every generation. But yeah, only indies seem to do it these days. Okay, Charles, I'm so sorry I made you wait for breakfast this morning. You poor ravenous man. I know, I know. I starve you. I make you wait forever to eat. It's only because he's so loud in the mornings that I just kind of have to close my door if I want to get any sleep, so then he can't come eat breakfast until I wake up because the food isn't here. He gets mad about it, but it's like, I need sleep, so I gotta do what I gotta do, Mr. Man. I'm sorry. We love indie developers, it's true. Indie games are almost always better than big title games. I couldn't think of the word. And yeah, I didn't even notice the tail attack. They've become so regular at this point. I'm sure it happened, but I don't even remember it. He's just like that. It's what he does. The amount of times per day I get smacked in the face by a Charles tail. It's a little ridiculous sometimes, for sure. Trying to explain Stardew? Yeah. I forget. Tried to explain Stardew to my coworker the other day, because she was like interested in playing Disney Dreamlight Valley kind of, but like didn't want to start it really because it was expensive. And I was like, oh, like there's a game that's like, I mean, pretty close probably. That's usually pretty cheap. It's called Stardew. And she was like, oh yeah? And then I realized, oh shit, now I have to explain like the plot of Stardew. How do you do that? You know? Because Stardew is just one of those games, you know? You're like, oh, there's like, you grow plants and stuff, but you can also fight monsters, but also like you're trying to romance someone in the town, but like there's also these little like creatures in the forest that you're trying to help out. Like, where do you start, you know? Charles, I'm so sorry. You gotta stop scratching that though. Yeah, already sold on it? Hell yeah. It is the perfect cozy autumn game, honestly. It doesn't really get better than Stardew for that. I'm gonna put a little bit of fireflies around here. And then I think we're good on effects. Autumn will put you back into it, yeah. I saw a GIF, I don't even remember on what social media today, of Stardew in autumn. Like, just like the, I think it was actually, no, it wasn't extended. I just forget what's in expanded and what's in regular Stardew now, because the last time I played was expanded. But the part underneath the forest with the like big wide open part next to the wizard's house there, it was like just a still of that, a still of above the bridge going into the tunnel there, and then like the bottom part of the town all in autumn, and just like the wind flowing through it, and it was just so nice. And I was like, oh, I want to play Stardew again. Autumn all the time, yeah. There's something about autumn in the game that's just better, you know? It's just so much prettier. Maybe you could get it so, like, visually it's always autumn, but, like, the other seasons are still happening, you know? Who knows? Um, okay. In the landscaping for this one, they have, like, these types of plants in, like, a box. Not even a box, but just, like, mulch around right here. And I don't like that. So we gotta make our own thing here. But I don't even know what sort of fucking landscaping you would have on a house like this. Because, like, hedges don't feel correct. Do they? Actually, I feel like that makes having no fence make sense. Like no fence on this. Autumn trees, but the crops still rotate. Yeah, I'm sure there's a mod out there for that. Stardew probably has one of like the most expansive modding communities of any game, honestly. At least I feel like it should. Because I just feel like everyone who plays that game is also someone who's like a modder. Okay. Tree's getting in my way a little bit. Okay. That should be good. That's alright for the front yard. I mean, obviously we'll have more stuff, like, throughout here, but I don't know what else to put, really. I imagine we'll probably have, like, a little curved walkway. Like a little, um, stone, maybe? Something like that. I don't know if I'll keep this texture, because I haven't really seen it yet, but... That's alright. No. I don't know what situation you would ever need to use this. Because, like, who has that many tiny pink flowers in between their, like, stepping stones? It's pretty, but it does not make sense. To me, at least. Hmm. Have I really? No. we're I think we just need to no more me. I'm done for the day. I'm such a professional streamer. We don't even need the channel point redemption full screen for a minute, and I'll describe what I do. I just do that on a regular. Oh my god, this is the one I was talking about. I don't know if I like the texture of it. Um, I can't believe how often I do that. I know. um, is that one better? I don't really like any of the stones we have in this game, frankly. They just don't really seem to be great. To me, at least. That's fine. It's okay. But I don't love it. Maybe if I make it, like, work better, you know? If I do the little Simsy thing. A little bit of transitional, you know? Oh, because this place has the weird grass, too. We don't have, like, the regular, like, grass, you know? We have textured, awful grass. It doesn't look terrible, it's just very weird. It's hard to match up with other things, I think. Oh my god, I forgot about how much house there is to have, like, hedges around. I'll come back to this. I don't like it, but... I forgot how much of this house will actually need landscaping. Which is, like, a lot of it. Because there's a lot of house to have landscaping on. I regret building a house this big already. I haven't even played in it for a day. I haven't even played in it for 10 minutes. And I already regret it. The length of a Sim's arm, yeah, it kind of is. That's so silly. It's fine because it looks nice from a distance, but it's like if you zoom in at all, you're just like, wait a minute, this looks awful. And it doesn't really blend well with a lot of the other textures that I see, you know? Like we can kind of only just have like dirt, and we don't even have the dirt plus this texture, I don't think. I don't even know if we have this texture. Hold on a minute. Can't play zoomed in this generation, yeah. We got it. Well, frankly, I'll probably have to watch the house like this in order to be able to see everybody like I could in the last couple of houses. It's been a while since I've had to like zoom out to find my sim, you know? But I'm gonna have to do that a lot in this house. Okay, so we do have this specifically, and then we have like a darker version of it. Do we have like a dirt version of it, though? Old dusty trail. I think it'll probably be inside at some point. I actually haven't found it yet. Interesting. Dried horse wallow. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have that somewhere upstairs or something. We still have a whole big hallway to fill in. And a whole nother room once Kaylin moves out. Transparent on top of the grass. Oh, I see what you mean. Like kind of like that, but maybe a little darker. Just like that. Yeah, probably. And then they probably like darkened it in areas or something. It does. It does. We might not have fantastic terrain paint on this house. Because I don't want to spend a whole stream on terrain paint. And that kind of seems like what it is going to take. My teensy tiny bush compared to all the rest of my bushes. Yeah, I don't even know if I'll do terrain paint underneath this, honestly. I might just get lazy with this lot. Because I'm already getting lazy with this lot. To be fair, there's a lot of this lot, though. It's a big old lot. I think it's the biggest I've ever built on, honestly. It for sure feels like it. I think the other... I don't know if I built on anything larger than, like, 40 by 50, I think was the other largest. This is a lot. Oh, absolutely, yeah. In order to have room for, like, the horse to have a big old house, and then also for you to have a big old house, they probably built it just for that, honestly. And it makes it kind of a shame that I don't know if I have room in the house for a horse right now. Because that would be nice. And we could probably just fit it in over here with Amanda, you know? Kick out Lillian. She'll die soon enough. That's not even me being, like, mean. That's just factual. um, let's get some flooring concrete. Masonry. Construction quality concrete. Replace her with a horse. Just turn her into a horse. um, let me take a look at the backyard in this place. Oh, interesting. Interesting. This is like linoleum. It's not even like concrete. Hold on a minute. It's like... metal, linoleum. No, it's not even linoleum. Oh, Lillian absolutely would have been a horse girl. She seems like she looks like she should be wearing like a rider's outfit, you know, like with the helmet and like the pants and everything. I could see it. But at this point, I mean, I think she would maybe just die because she's gotten that exhausted, like nearly going to die thing from being an elder, just like having sex and wanting to work out sometimes. I can only imagine with a horse, you know? Barely concrete? That, yeah, I guess that is barely concrete. You are correct. Sidewalk slabs. Marble tile. No. Kill her off with the horse that will replace her. Cozy's bloodthirsty today. Honestly, though, it would suit the character arc, you know? We've kind of all hated Lillian from the beginning. Oh, you know, I think this needs to be terrain paint, honestly. Because the way that they have it, too, comes, like, around to, like, a round thing over here. And I like that. Because it'll fill up some space. I guess it's like this, though. Mr. Grid. Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, right along this line down to here. tiles and have the different tiles as the edging. Ooh. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me do this real quick. And we'll edge it off with some tile. Because the way that they have it, it's like literally like they have this on the edge here. It's like some weird rounded thing that comes around like that. Maybe a little less over here. A hot tub in the circle? Ooh, maybe we could, yeah. Can you make like a hot tub with the in-ground one? I wonder. What if I... Hold on a minute. Because we haven't had a hot tub in a while. I don't remember if they'll work like this. No worries, Cutesy Bear. I appreciate the lurk. I hope you're having an alright day, even if you're not in the chatting mood. Welcome on in. Ooh, I like that one. I think. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay, Cutesy Bear. A nice pattern around the pool. Oh, yeah, no, well, let me go do the tile real quick. I have the hot tub done, so I won't forget about that. But I will forget about the tile if I don't do that now. Maybe like a nice... Ooh. There's kind of not nice tile around. That's what you meant though, like a one deep line of like tile along the edge, right? Yeah. I just don't know what type of tile would be good. Actually, that might look nice. And you know what? Yeah, we'll just make it across the whole thing. But maybe I should move it over one, just so it's not like right up next to the house there. Yeah, let me pop it over like this. And we'll grab this like that. Get my money back slowly. But then the one thing about that is I think I want to widen the terrain paint around this now. Out to here, maybe? I know, it's a little pricey. I don't know if we can really afford it. $700,000. And this is after I've already spent nearly over a quarter million on this place. Oh my goodness. I'm trying. I'm really trying to spend and get rid of this money. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen. So I had an idea with this hot tub that I don't think will work. But I am gonna try it. If we just kind of flatten the terrain here a little bit. Why is that changing the height slider? I know, the economics aren't economicing. Yeah, this house is a little ridiculous in general, but, you know, The Sims economy has always been a little out there. Is it Control and Shift? Yeah, there we go. I think we can flatten this just a tiny bit. Just like that. No, that's not deep enough. I want it to be like an in-ground pool. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we might have to have the outdoor hot tub. Or the above-ground hot tub. And I'm going to fix some of this terrain paint, because this is awful. Okay. Brush mode. That's a little better. That has like a center, kind of. I wish there was like little steps you could put up into the hot tub, but I don't know if that would work. Would that work? No, it just goes through the hot tub. That's so stupid. Steps up to the roof of the hot tub. Just for chilling purposes, you know? You want to get hot, you go in the hot tub. You want to get cool, you go on top of the hot tub. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot this. Lamanda will need a big old pen area. Look at some fencing for her. Oh, right. Can't build fence on the edge of the lot. Bullshit. We'll have Lamanda's area come up to, like, right there. And I'm gonna move this over before I complete the... Over and in, I think, to complete the fence. Oh, I hate that. No, we'll move it in one further, I guess. Okay. Nice little Lamanda'd in area for Lamanda. We'll put it in the center, because why not? And, we'll need a gate to get into that as well. I kind of like the timber log one with this. Oh my god, why do those work together so well? Because this is two different sets. With even, like, the perfect color. Incredible. I wonder if they took that into account because they knew that people would use those together. Sometimes I think they have to do that, you know? They have to. Or else, like, none of this stuff would work together. Put some tall grass in front of the house, I guess. A little llama thing. What did I do in her last one? Did I even put, like, bushes in the corner or anything? I think they can, because the option to feed them prairie grass popped up as one of the options for me to do before the Horse Ranch pack came out. Like, they had patched that option in there already. Um, so I'm pretty sure yes. Which in that case, we should probably grow some in here. Which I don't know if we can just grow it. Isn't that like a lot challenge? We can have a boulder. Honestly, I think we should have a big old boulder. There's some rocks around, it would fit in. It would fill up a big old amount of landscape. Yeah, why not? Some boulders around the tree. Actually, does this come in? This one does not have swatch options. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's a nice boulder. Right in line with Lamanda's thing. We can get out and check on Lamanda at any time. They might. Hold on. Quake Zone. Oh my goodness. Wild prairie grass, yeah. Available with Horse Ranch. Should we do it? I guess. I'll grow it, why not? It'll be another thing for Melody to fully master in like a week. We haven't even thought about lot traits at all. I don't think I can do cat hangout again. There was so many cats meowing all of the time. Feed and other items? Heck yeah. She cuts her finger, yeah. But there's like so many things in this game that like are great, but like you get a hurt finger or whatever every here and there. Like woodworking, like that's just a thing, you know? Definitely fast internet. We want fast internet in every single lot. Geothermal. Keeps any pools warm? Okay, maybe. Maybe homey. I feel like this one could feel homey. It has a mean vibe. The house? The dark energy here has an impact on all nocturnal activities. You can expect babies conceived here to require extra care while teething. Does that mean vampire babies? That's a challenge? Oh my god, not more money. Great for reading, oh. Yeah, I think peace and quiet makes sense in this one. Party place? No. A registered vampire lair. A teen neighborhood, a sunny aspect. A vampire nexus? No. I think we'll go with homey. Fast internet, peace and quiet, and homey. I feel like that fits the vibes of this house. So far, at least. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to move this tree because it's annoying to have to like turn to see that side of the house, you know? So I might just, like, turn the tree this way. Or maybe just size it down. Hold on. Size it down the tiniest bit. So that when we're looking at the house, we can still see the house. Yeah, that still looks fine. This house is too big. Everything in it looks so fucking small. Lounge stuff. Let's get, like, outdoor lounge stuff. Chairs and all that whatnot. Hay bales for Lamanda. I do this literally every time I have, like, a little area for her. But it just makes it feel more realistic to me. You would have just, like, stacks of hay and shit to feed your animal. I have a hair on my tongue. I swear I'm not, like, weird. You know me, I just like to lick my fingers every once in a while. On stream, on camera. Oh my god, there we go, I got it. Or so I fucking thought. Maybe that's just my fucking mustache. It's getting to that point. I am a weirdo, I know. Excuses, you know? Outdoor lounger. Well, we're going for purple this time. Is that? No, that's blue. I want a couple of these, I think. Why not? We'll go for the full 4. Is there better ones than this? Those look like plastic, though. But I guess there's not better ones than those. That's unfortunate. Okay, I guess we'll go with, like, some of the plain swatches then. Boring, but better than bad. um, should I maybe put a little table in between each of them too? Yeah, I like that. Oh, these ones are a little further apart than those ones. And then maybe this can be purple. That's cute. And I feel like I need something around the hot tub, because this just feels so, like, barren. Very empty. um, do people usually have, like, a table near their hot tub? You know, just, like, for people who, like, aren't currently in the hot tub? Oh, there is a better lounge chair. I think. No, it's also pretty boring. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no. No good. Okay. What do they have around their pool? Oh, theirs is all fancy. They've got, like, little fountains on the edge of the pool that, like, shoot into the pool. These people have money, money. Not just money, but money, money. Why do none of the aerial pictures contain the furniture that they have in the backyard? I don't want pictures of the inside of the house. Pictures of the outside, please. Okay, the inside is lovely. Bring me to the pictures of the outside. I know you guys can't see this right now, but it's fine. You don't need to. Oh, they have an outdoor fireplace? Okay. And they have like a little table and chairs over there, and then just one here. I see. Okay. Um, so their table and chairs are actually over on like this side. Which might be better. Who knows? We'll test it out. We'll see. Face the right direction there, please. Thank you. Yeah, you know, that actually does feel a little more like filled up. I think. And then what did they have on the edge there? I think they had something. No, they just had like another chair over there. They had one of these. Just the lone chair by itself over here. But it also doesn't look like they have anything around theirs, so I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to do with all this space now. And all this space? We've already done a pond, we've already done a pool. What else do we have? I think this might drive me crazy. This lot. I think I'm already on the way. You know what, though? We don't have the space out here for the outdoor fire pit like they have. They have like one of these like out on the porch here somehow. I don't even fucking know how they did it. But something like that. But it would block the door here. So I guess we can probably just have an outdoor fireplace out here somewhere. Not a fire pit either, an outdoor fireplace. I thought we had one of those. Standalone Adobe fireplace, kind of. Okay. I don't love that, though. Manoir. Sturdy ranch fireplace might have to be the one, though. But up against like the wall or something? Or maybe we build a little wall? Maybe a fire pit would be better. What types of fire pits do we have? Because we actually, if I remember correctly, there are some pretty large fire pits. We could go for like the bonfire type one here. You can cook on one of these. Nuh-uh. I didn't know that. Well, let's get the one you can cook on. And I guess let's make a little fire pit area back here. Toast some marshmallows over here or something. Which means I'll need a bench. The log, of course, fits the belt. Grab a couple of logs. Beautiful. I don't know if that'll actually block the fire pit or not, though. I hope they can still get to it. And then that means, unfortunately, over here we are going to have to use terrain paint, because that just on the grass like that makes no sense. The grass blade's as long as like half of a log. No. No, thank you. So we'll go with the old dusty trail around that, I think. Maybe even actually, if I grab this and move it over now. I always kind of try to do this, but I don't know exactly how to do it. But I maybe kind of want to make this into like a little pit, you know? Something like that. And then maybe we can put like some rocks around the edge of that. And have this in the center. With some stairs that lead down into it. No, I think I want that. Hold on a minute. Back. Back. Give me back the terrain tool. I think we go one wider. And maybe one deeper. And then we put that in the center. And we have some stairs. Some nice, stony stairs, yeah. Like that, going down into them. I'll have to get a sim to test to see if that works, but if that works, and I put some, like, rocks around the edge of this now, hell yeah. A literal fire pit. It doesn't look great right now, but I think we can get it there. I think we can make it. No grass allowed in the pit. And let's grab rocks. Probably not, like, the same rocks that I've had the whole time. Stuff like this, maybe. I don't know. I kind of wanted it to be like, you gotta love a pit. Absolutely. I wanted to do this with like a tree and then have the benches around the edge. Like you're sitting around the tree. But a fire pit works just as well, honestly. I was imagining though, you know those like they have like cages with like tiny little rocks in them along the wall of something? That's what I was thinking for this place, but I don't know how to do that effect, honestly, because obviously something like this, you know, where it like looks like multiple rocks, but I can't do that because this isn't a foundation. So maybe I just I think I know what I have to do. I have to hold on, wall tool. Wall tool. I don't actually know. Because I want it to be a half wall, I think, but I don't think you can do rounded half walls. So let me see, can I... maybe draw some walls that make sense around here. And we can turn these into like, um, oh, that's a good question. I've literally never worked with rounded walls. I don't even know how they work at all. um, if I remember correctly, you have to do this, and then copy it and flip it. And now we've got our, like, half circle. But I don't think that's big enough. I don't know how to make it bigger. And still keep it circular. Like that. And then we take the half wall. Oh, you can! Interesting. Interesting. Oh no, but not on the rounded wall part. Just on everything but the rounded part. We could have a nice little, you know, almost fully rounded fire pit. No, I think it might be more worth it to try to draw the straight lines in as best as I can. And then maybe raise the terrain up around it. I know, it's a struggle. This is why I've avoided using rounded rooms so far. I just know that they're trouble. Trouble in the making. So let me draw some half walls, I guess. Give me back my grid. And I guess we'll draw walls. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. I knew you were trouble when you were a rounded wall. Immediately. This is actually not looking bad. If we draw it out to the same areas each time. And then, yeah, we just connect these up. I think. No, that one goes to there, and then this goes over here. Yeah? No. No. That goes up to there. And then this goes up to here? No. Slightly wonky. Is it a build of mine if it isn't slightly wonky, though? Oh yeah, I'll adjust the terrain after once I draw in the walls, so it's not like just like jutting out of the the thing. But for here, I don't know what's going on with the walls because this should meet up. Maybe it goes one further out here, and then meets up. Why do these not meet up then? What's going on here? Oh, because I made that a 3 wide over there. Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. You don't like the walls? It's gotta be the pit, though. And the other option was just like putting rocks around the edge of it. And here's the kicker, though. This is why we have to do the walls, is because now if we go to not half wall trims. Yes, platform trims. Now we can like fill it in with rocks. Probably. Why is it not? Oh my god, wait a minute. Half walls take wallpaper, not foundation things. Oh no. Will we be able to fill it in with rocks? Oh, kind of, but not really. Oh no. You liked it better with the natural pit? Well, let me see if there's any, like, ones that make sense here, but I think you might be right. I think this was better left as rocks around the edge, maybe. But also, hold on a minute, because maybe now if I just shrink down the size of this so I don't go like way into there. If I raise some of this up now. Yeah, I was thinking like, you know, little bushes around the edges maybe. A bench against it with a big circle. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking here. Like stuff around the inside edges to cover up the little foundation area, and then stuff around the edge to maybe cover up a little bit of as much as like the wood texture on top there that I can. I think it can work. I think it can maybe work. But I do have to flatten this terrain back up. Oh, not around the edge like that though. Oh. I can't do it on the other side of the wall, so I have to be very careful how I do this. Logs don't match the walls. Yeah, I can change the seats too. Those were put in before I decided to make it a pit, you know? Okay, so the edges of that might not be like flat. But that's raised up now. That's nice. Oh, well that part's not nice. Oh, oops. What am I doing here? I know, terrain tools are so incredibly tough to handle. I don't even know. I think we leave the edge of this side alone, probably, unfortunately. It'll have to look like that. But we can probably keep raising the edge around here, you know? So long as we don't raise too close to the edge. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either. Head hurts, your anxiety hurts. I'm sorry, cutesy bear. It's causing me stress too, don't worry. It's not just you. Well, you know what? The edge of this, I'm probably going to wind up putting, like, bushes around anyway. So if parts of it are like not quite flat, that might be fine, you know? Just feeling down today, yeah. I'm sorry to hear anyway, though. It do be like that sometimes. Why did that turn it not yellow there? If I'm flattening it to that height. Alright, well, parts of the edge will have to just be raised, I think, because it doesn't look terrible. And it covers the foundation in small areas, which is nice, actually. Actually, that might have to be what I have to do, just raise the edges of it a little bit. Taking out the paint on the fire pit, it's true. I'm rage landscaping. What the hell? Like a gathering spot to hang? Like benches along here? I don't know if I can do it on raised ground like that, but I will try it. I think I know what you mean. Because I've been trying to do that with like a tree for the longest time. But I haven't been able to make it work yet. Um, and I think I like the foundation being covered more than I like there being benches around this. But I do think it's going to be like a little like communal area to sit, you know? Worst comes to worst, we can always raise it back down. I know, I don't like the yellow either. I'm just, it's doing what it's doing at this point. I don't even know if a sim is going to be able to walk down here, frankly. Um, this might just be for looks. Let's see what we can place down here. Let's see. Well, now see, that makes the wall feel really tiny. Is the thing. Hmm. I do kind of like that. But I don't know how well it's gonna... Yeah. I don't know. I might have to just, well, actually, let's just undo placing all that down. A sectional type? I don't know if a sectional will work either, though, because it's... The problem that I had there was, when you try to put it over here versus when you try to put it over here, it's just a different height now. Because I tried to cover all of the foundation. But I'll undo all the foundation thing that I did here. And we'll see what we can do. We'll just put stuff around to hide my mistakes. Like I usually do. Instead of using the terrain tool to hide my mistakes. I've got to undo a lot of things, though. I know, I could probably put a horse stable. We don't have a room in the family though for the horse. Not like physical room. We don't have like space in the family. Next to the gate, yeah. We still have more than enough room for a fucking huge ass horse stable. Big old horse barn if I really wanted to. Um I wonder now though. What if I do another half wall up here? And we just kind of fill this in with landscaping if possible. what if, you know? This might be the better way to go here. Again, the terrain is getting in my way here. Why can I do it there, but not here? Is this not raised enough on this side? Lavanda will die soon enough. It's true. It's true. When I say room in the family, though, horses take up like a slot, like a cat or a dog do. So we like don't have room in like the family to add another to add a horse in. Why is that flattening it further down than this? But not when I start here. That's so weird. For the goat and future sheep too. True, true. I actually, yeah, last time we just kind of had the goat upstairs. I did not even like build a spot for it. It just kind of existed in Melody and Lillian's bedroom. Okay, so if I get rid of this now, and we like put rock on all of this, and then fill that with like bushes or something, how would that look? Can I even put bushes here? Kind of. Fill it with tiny rocks. I feel like the edges of the bottom one I might have to fill with tiny rocks, but like the edges of this one I feel like have to be with plants. Then I'm hoping, oh my god, come through the other side. No, come through the other side, but unfortunately they do. Because I feel like I might have to do plants on the other side of the bottom here as well. Mixed with grass. The long moss type. You said you put on the side of walls. Oh. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, let's get rid of this for a sec, because that was easy to place down, at the very least. And let's try some other stuff real quick. I think I know what you're talking about, Cutesy Bear. Actually, maybe just a small bush like that. So it doesn't even, like, pop out of the sides. That might be actually a winner. I might not even need to try anything else, because that's kind of cute. Like actual like flowers in it. Although I think I do like what Cutesy Bro was mentioning. I think the like moss that I've hung on like the back of the last house there. So I'll look for some variety to put in this one as well, so it's not just this the whole way through. But I think that this is a good start. Yeah. I'm just trying not to get it as much on the outside as possible. But I'm sure we'll have to line the outside with stuff like this as well, you know? Probably not this exactly, but we'll put some stuff around the edges. I'll hide all of my mistakes. Yeah, no, this actually makes sense for this, though. Now you like the walls? Good, good. It took a little convincing. I had a vision, you know? I just had to make it work. Alright, they might have to go through the wall a little bit on that one. That's fine. It is what it is. Like I said, we'll probably have to fix the outside of it at some point, but over on this wall, they're hanging over the edge a little bit. Who cares? Wow, this slots in so perfectly for some of this that I feel like it was like meant to happen this way. You know when things happen like that in a build, you're just like, oh, like that fits in so freaking perfectly. And you know what? We should probably get some railings to make it like complete there, yeah. But I feel like I should change the stone color of the stone stairs. Yeah, that's more accurate. And then I still feel like I kind of need something around the edge here. But another flower bush? Probably not. Just rocks? Like sized up rocks? Do a little bit of the both? Are they higher on one side? A little bit. And I also did not finish. Okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, they're definitely higher on this side. That's also just because of how the landscaping was, unfortunately. Like, some of these are raised up to be where they are, versus these are just ones that I'm placing, because they fit where they go. I know, I have an opportunity to use rocks. I'm gonna use it. Why not? Are you telling me you don't want me to rock on? Rude of you, Cozy. Rude of you, frankly. You love the rocks. Yeah. I like that actually a little though, because I feel like in a place like this it wouldn't be like fully like same height all the way around for these flowers. Like they would probably have like little areas where it kind of bushes up and a little areas where it's a little lower. Half-finished bushes while I'm running off to the rocks. I know, I know. Listen, that's how I build, though. We're not even a little halfway done, like, putting stuff on the walls of this house and shit. And here I am building a fire pit out in the back. Spending a half an hour on the position of, like, walls. It's just how I do it. If you want cohesion, you're in the wrong place, baby. I like this though. Looks for a cohesion stream. Cohesion stream when? We'll do that next week. That'll be when I reach 600 followers. I'll do one stream where I'm cohesive. I'm liking this though. We'll definitely change the logs. 'Cause yeah, the moss and the like fallen tree vibes don't fit in the fire pit down here now. But I'm liking how it's turning out down here. I know. When I get my 70 followers by next week. No, I don't think I've gained 70 followers in the last month. When did I do my 500 follower stream? I think that was last month. Oh yeah, we could probably use a log somewhere else. I mean, we've got a lot of lawn still to take care of. Just down in like the spot where there's like not moss and stuff growing around it, it doesn't really make sense down here anymore. I love these logs though. From the werewolf pack, you would never expect it, but they're so freaking cute. I know, I'm trying to raid more often, but I don't really love raiding people who I don't know. It's just like, I don't want to have to get to know somebody at the end of my stream, usually, you know? So I usually look for people that I know, and unfortunately that does not grow your channel. I mean, aside from the fact that you're supporting people who you know, and they will hopefully do the same for you, you know? But not everybody does. I am one of those not everybody who does. Because I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to get to know somebody at the end of the stream, you know? I am oftentimes, when I'm ending stream, like, end of my people energy, cannot do anything else today. I appreciate you sending people my way. I have gotten a couple of raids that you have sent right on in. And I appreciate that. Twitch is just one of those things, it's hard to grow, honestly. Because I don't fully understand the Twitch algorithm. I've tried, but it just makes no sense to me. I think it's like people chatting in your chat that brings more people in. Like, I think 3 or 4 people chatting all at once has a higher chance of you being put into like the recommended for the day or whatever. Which, speaking of the recommended, you know who I'm getting in my recommended all the time now? That lady who's painting her boobs. So, you know, I guess I'm just not doing things that are chat-worthy enough for Twitch to recommend me to other people. But I don't know. I fully don't know how it works. I don't know what the limit is or the stuff. Yeah, stop in and ask her what she's doing, because obviously she's doing something correct. That was her stream title the other day when I went to like check Twitch before I went to go stream. As her stream title was like, "How has this not gotten taken down?" or something like that. And I was like, "Girl, we've been wondering the same thing." Tell her she's an inspiration. Of course she is, honestly. Get that coin, girl, you know? If you gotta paint your boobs, you gotta paint your boobs. There's no two ways about it. Alright, let's sell these logs. Well, actually, let me put one on the outside so I remember about it later. But let's see what sort of other furniture we could have around this. Honestly, yeah. I imagine painting your boobs is quite fun. I've never done it. Um, I know. It made me laugh when I saw that because I was like, at least she knows that she's like, how is this acceptable? You know? Bigger fire pit. Absolutely, yeah. I think we need to expand it now. Now that I've got it all done and figured out, I think it's time to take it all down, start from scratch, and make it bigger this time. Underneath the house. Basement outside fire pit. It does, yeah, you know? Oh, you mean bigger, like the pit itself. Something the wolves will dance around. The only one that's any bigger is this one. And I chose the one I did only because um this one you can cook on. But you're kind of right. I think we need something this big. We need spectacle. We need a little bit of oomph, a little va va voom, you know? um, can't just have any old fire pit. Rescale the other one bigger. We already have a lot of things that I'm scaling on this lot, and if I remember correctly, doing that too much does tend to start to make it a little laggy. So I'm trying to keep the resizing things to a minimum on a lot like this. Yukido, welcome on in. How you doing this afternoon? Every Sim Friday evening they gather around it for s'mores. We could do that. I think you can still roast s'mores around this, but I don't know. Fully moved in? Heck yeah! Oh my god, congrats! Typing from the new flat. Is everything all like unpacked or everything already too? Congratulations. I hope the new apartment's great. Bear Paws, welcome on in. How you doing this afternoon? Good to see you again. It'll look better lit, yeah. I like this fire pit, honestly. I almost used it at first, but then I saw that the other ones were for cooking. So I hope you could still roast marshmallows around this, but if not, yeah, we'll just grab the other one and resize it. All unpacked? Heck yeah. Oh my god, that's the best feeling in the world. You don't gotta do anything else. You're fully there. No, the gay family's not fully moved in yet. Not even close. We've still got so much room outside to fill up. Oh my god. I still don't know. I feel like we're gonna have to go through like another like live stream before I come back and like um to finish the outside here. Is this too much? Is this like too much landscaping on the edge outside of this? They did, yeah. Yesterday it was easy peasy, the easiest time I've ever had with Apple. I walked in, I told them my name. They were like, "Great, it looks like you did the diagnostics on your phone. Did you do a backup?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they took it and they fixed it. It took like an hour, um, and it was fine. You know, it was all good. Any better, you would fall over from excitement. Oh my goodness. I'm doing pretty all right today. I don't have anything to do today. I'm not leaving my house. I'm not standing for longer than like 5 minutes. I'm doing nothing today. So I'm doing fantastic. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, Cutesy is not a bear in real life. It shocked us all. He's a liar in real life. I know. I'm excited to do nothing. It's such a like I feel like I have to explain that to people sometimes that like I am oftentimes just excited to do nothing for a while. They're like, "What do you mean? You don't want to like go out and do things?" Like, no, absolutely not, actually. I would much rather stay in my house and do absolutely nothing. Cutesy liar coming soon to Twitch near you. Because he's a twink. Yeah. With a dad bod. The same vibes. Hell yeah. I love that y'all know that doing nothing is the best. Because explaining it is so hard sometimes. People truly are like, you don't want to like go out and like go to the bar and have fun? Like hang out with friends? Like, no, I want to sit in my house and I want to doom scroll on the apps for a couple of hours. If I don't get my 7 hours of doing nothing a day, I'm not the same. I'm really not. You got hair on some parts of your body? It's true, it's true. Want me to join plans? No, I've already got plans. Thank you very much. They're right here. I know. I fully have canceled on people to do nothing before too. Dad bods can be bears. Bears a state of mind. No, I don't even know if I count as a twink anymore because I'm a little too hairy to be a twink, honestly. But I'm like not hairy enough to be an otter. So like I don't know if there's like an in between. But I've been called a twunk by a couple of people these days because I've got like any amount of muscle. But I still like look like a twink. I don't know. I don't want to classify a wolf. I thought wolves were furrier. I thought wolves were more of like into furry stuff. I know how many games I want to play and how many like activities I want to get into. I want to start playing music again. I want to pick up my ukulele and my flute. I'm not going to anytime soon, but like those are things that I could do while I'm here. Seal, a bear without hair. Oh, I've never heard that one. Wolf is a muscly bear. But I don't know if I'm a bear either, because I'm definitely not hairy enough to be a bear. When did we become a zoo? I know. Wolf I've heard of. And otter is actually pretty common, I feel. Pups, which is older men with muscles but with a belly. I guess I'm maybe a pup, but I always thought pup was people who are into pup play. Um, and I'm not. So, I'm sorry we're losing you here, Cozy. Gay men speak a fully different language when it comes to describing the body type. It's a little wild. Sometimes I am scared that I know as much as I do about all of the terms. But no, I didn't know it about a wolf being a muscly bear. So yeah, even among the things that I know, I get lost. There's no way to know it all. They come up with a new one like every week. Usually chunky gay men with no body hair. I'm a cat, yeah. I'm a cat boy. We don't need to classify it any further than that. I don't know what to do from here. The fire pit area is all sorted out, kind of, because I don't know what other seats I could put around this thing. Like a seal, but a wolf, almost an otter, but mostly a bear. He's the whole zoo by just himself. Is that what they call a zoologist? Someone did their PhD thesis on it. I'd believe it. It's deep enough of a topic that you could probably write a whole thesis on it. I one time had to write thesis papers for my Shakespeare class for college. And we could write it on any thesis. We had to just come up with a thesis about any Shakespeare play and read it and write it and all that. So one of the essays that I wrote was fully, everyone is gay and I can prove it. I wrote it about Twelfth Night, and if you know what Twelfth Night is, it was an easy thesis to prove. You know? So everyone's gay and has a type of animal. I'm sure you could prove that thesis. There's enough literature out there. I guess let's put some logs around this, because they don't slot to this, but it'll give you like a little bit of something to, hang out around down here. Why are these lined up but not look like they are lined up? Always be about religion. You read about the Pope and the Church being corrupt. Oh my goodness. And you won a trip to Rome? So you could tell him to his face. They were like, yes, sis, go off. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Did you tell the Pope? I mean, I feel like you kind of have to now. Well, that was in high school, so I guess you didn't if you didn't, but I feel like you should have. mm, we would definitely probably have one of the like fancier mailbox types than just the regular mailbox while I'm thinking about it. The dog with the butter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've never felt like I fit into one either, Cutesy Bear. When I was younger, I was certainly a twink. I like fit the category quite well. These days, I don't know if any of them really feel like me. I'm just me. Like Cozy said, I'm a cat. That whatever that is. Oh, that sounds like a religious trip to Rome, yeah. A religious high school trip to Rome. That sounds about what I would expect. I kind of want that for my mailbox, but is that extra? Is that like a little too much? Yeah. We do have more people now, yes. So yesterday, while I was killing time getting my phone ready, I was digging through $1 comic bins, and I found this gem. I have not opened it to see exactly what it means, but I paid $1 for it, and I am 100% ready to find out what it means. A Stephanie Meyer comic. I thought it was like a Twilight comic or something, but it looks more like it's focused on Stephanie Meyer herself. I have no clue. I'm so excited. Twihards, brace yourself, truly. It's like, whoa, it feels thick. Um, I don't know how to read this so you guys can see it as well. The first page is werewolves at like a graveyard or something. Uh, and now there's like Dracula vampires with a book that says Stephanie Meyer. I don't. He has fire powers apparently. He just kind of lights the fucking candle. Team Edward. Well, Edward looks a little different in this one. He looks a little. I think he's gotten on in years, you know. And now he's got fire powers, not just mind reading powers. Oh my goodness! Look at this beautiful portrait of Stephanie. The year is 1973, and Stephanie was born in Hartford, Connecticut, to Stephen and Candy Morgan. Still yum, can't lie. um, Her time in Connecticut was short-lived. You see, her family moved to Phoenix, Arizona by the time she was 4. The curious spelling of her name comes from adding an I and an E after her father's name, Stephen or Stephen. Is that a curious spelling of the name? I feel like that's regular. She's basically Bella, I know. What a name. Candy Morgan, I know. Oh my god, the art style? They look like they should be cat people, but like not. I don't know if you can see what I mean over in this panel. Like her face, she looks like she should have like cat ears. They're a little funky. Um, she attended Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, Arizona. She was must have been a little out of place at school. While most girls were driving flashy cars or showing off their new no jobs, Stephanie didn't have a car until she was in her 20s. Kitty Mayer. I know. It doesn't say who wrote it. It's just a comic book about her life. Yeah, I guess. It seemed as though every other girl was different. They didn't look like they had cat ears, so or perhaps she was the one who was different. Oh my goodness. It feels like it must have been wrote by Stephanie Meyer. Who else would write this? Being different were her rewards were forthcoming. Stephanie was a National Merit Scholar recipient, which she used to help pay for her college. From Arizona, she moved to Provo, Utah to attend Brigham Young University. Wait, isn't that like that super Mormon school? Also, she apparently has Utah on her palm. Pick me, girl, a little bit. She's literally saying pick me in this next panel. In college, she majored in English with an emphasis on literature. So I guess what's been going on right now is the vampire is reading the book about her life. Not just we're reading the book about her life. The vampire from the first panel is reading the book that we're reading right now. Reading about Stephanie Meyer. And then he gets bit by a spider? Time for a break, a small snack then. And the spider bites him and it says, no, no, not for you, my plump friend. For me. I know, this comic is kind of the best $1 I've ever spent in my entire life. I think this was a solid investment, honestly. Spider-Man Twilight crossover, I know. Spider-Man Dracula crossover, frankly, because this is like, this is like Dracula. This should satisfy while we peruse the juicy parts of Stephanie's life, and he like bites the head off the spider. Incredible. He says, yes, that was quite excellent. Hmm? Oh, don't you worry, I should be feeding soon enough. But first, back to the story at hand, the college days. I cannot believe that someone was selling this and they didn't want to hold on to this for the rest of their life. I know, this is a family heirloom from now on. You see, it was while Stephanie was in college that she met her husband, Christian. Oh my god. More accurately, met him again. They first met 16 years earlier, when Stephanie was 4. Growing up, they would see each other at weekly church activities, never taking much notice in each other. So they literally grew up together. And they met at college. But things change, as they often do. She was visiting from her home from college, and Christian had returned from a mission abroad. From there, it only took 9 months from hello to I do. He's called Christian Grey. Oh my god, maybe. Maybe. Wait a minute, the next line changes everything. Stephanie was 21 when she married Christian, also known as Poncho. What? uh, what? It's Pancho. I don't. What? Why? Was he on a mission abroad in Mexico? Like, what? I might die, Yukino. This is literally killing me. Also, these portraits are incredible. The art in this thing, next level. Um, the boy she met so long ago has now been her husband for over 10 years, and they have 3 sons together, Gabe, Seth, and Eli. She has her family. It must be like, I think it's probably like the Femforce is the series, and it's just like stories about authors who are women. Probably that's my guess. I have no clue because every page is a new twist and turn. I don't even really know. So she has her family. She has her faith. She has her pastime. Izzy, welcome on in. How you doing this afternoon? Like werewolf Seth? Oh my god, that's where she got it, maybe. The portraits of her sons too. Creepy. We're reading a Stephanie Meyer comic that I found in the mall for $1 yesterday. And it is incredible so far. So far we have this Dracula guy reading the story of Stephanie Meyer's life from a book, and he like took pause for a moment to bite the head off a spider before being like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll eat later." I have no clue what's going on. But this is the best dollar that I have ever spent in my whole life. Example photos. John Travolta as a bear. Oh my god. I don't think that's right. I know. I searched through like a bunch of boxes and this was the only good thing in there, but I'm so glad I searched through the boxes until I found this. She has her dreams. Oh my god. She's like literally dreaming the one scene from Twilight where they're in the clearing there and he's like, "This is the skin of a killer, Bella." She's having that dream specifically. Sugar bears and sugar cubs. Yeah, cubs are like not quite a bear, but bear-ish. I know that. Um, so you're a cub if you're a kind of bear. I got it. I got you. Cutesy cub when? Oh my god, Edward turned away from her at the last minute. Her dream self, because she's like third wheeling hard in this dream. She's watching the whole thing from like a distance, but they apparently don't notice her. Um, and it was a very peculiar dream on a very peculiar night in June of 2003 that changed her life as she knew it, changed it forever. I know, I don't like Edward's hair, and I don't like Bella being blonde like that. She got like tore away from this dream though. Oh my goodness. She fell out of bed even. Later that day, she wrote her dream down. At first, it started with just a few pages. You see, she wasn't thinking about writing a book. She merely wanted to see where her characters would take her. To see what would happen next. And those words were destined to be chapter 13 in her debut novel. But at the time, she could not have known this. Is it actually chapter 13? Hold on a minute. We need to pause here for a second. Chapter 13 in Twilight. Hold on. Do we have an index in Twilight? I don't think so. I think I've just got to scroll until I find it. Oh, no, we do. Okay. 260, the titled Confessions chapter. Okay, hold on a sec. We're doing cross research here. Cub is for a younger man who's husky or heavier. Interesting. Considered an apprentice to the bear. They're learning how to be a bear. That's funny. Yeah, oh my god. Edward in the sunlight was shocking. I couldn't get used to, even though I'd been staring at him all afternoon. Blah, 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 blah. He lay perfectly still in the grass, his shirt open over his sculpted, incandescent chest, his scintillating arms bare, his glistening pale lavender lids were shut. So this is the scene where they're like sleeping in the clearing. That's so funny. This comic knows its shit. This comic knows its Stephanie Meyer lore. It's Twilight lore. um, okay, so she decided to base her story in the town of Forks, Washington. The perfect setting, the perfect backdrop for us vampires. Not too much sun, just enough shadow, surrounded by forest, rainy and out of the way. Paradise. Vampire territory. Courtesy of Stephanie Meyer. and he's like playing chess on Forks, Washington, or for some reason. The symbols and like the imagery in this are off-putting. Utah in the middle of like the palm of her hand. What was that? In August, she had written a full manuscript, which she had named Forks. Just fully just a book called Forks by Stephanie Meyer. The voiceover of the film. Oh, I don't even remember. It's been a really long time since I saw Twilight. But I think it is time for a rewatch of it at some point. Before she knew it, she had a very special book she'd created, but it almost ended before it began. If not for the urging of her older sister, Stephanie might not have sent out query letters to literary agents. Of 15 letters she sent, 5 were unanswered, 9 brought rejections, and one was read by an assistant at Writer's House. Oh my god. People on TikTok use it? Oh, I haven't seen any of those. I do get Twilight TikToks every once in a while, though. Twilight TikTok does know. They know who I am. The very same assistant asked Stephanie to see the first 3 chapters she had written. Later, a month later, Stephanie was contracted by a literary agent from Writer's House. She was interested in representing Stephanie's book. The first thing they did work on was changing the title to Twilight, of course. Twilight was sent to 9 different publishing houses, and it was an editor from Megan Tingley Books of Little Brown and Company that read the entire story on a cross-country flight. I don't know what that means, but that's of Little, comma Brown and Company that read the entire story. I don't. I feel like they missed some words there. The seeds were planted from beginning to end in the course of 6 months, and the Twilight Saga was born. She's smelling that one rose. The art style in this is truly life changing. I'm not gonna lie. Every part of it is so fantastic. It became a phenomenon. We have all the Team Edward and Team Jacob people, the tickets and the movies and all that. Incredible. People with the fake fangs. Someone writing, and so the lion fell in love with the lamb on their t-shirt. Oh my god. That fucking quote. This is such a. What is happening in this comic? Dracula's reading all about this, like, interestedly? Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, The Twilight Saga. 4 books released between 2005 and 2008. It only took 3 years? There's no way that's true. Between 2005 and 2008, she wrote 4 books? That's insane. Each one debuting or rising to the top spots on the bestsellers list. Midnight Sun was to be a retelling of Twilight, but from the perspective of one of our own, which would have been Vampire Gospel. However, the book was indefinitely delayed due to online leaks. However, her story, The Host, is not what I consider vampire gospel. It is the only thing that should be mentioned that is science fiction. Bah! Side note, I loved The Host. The Host is one of my favorite books ever, actually. Even that human publication, USA Today, named Stephanie Meyer Author of the Year in 2008. When America sank its teeth into the Twilight movie, we knew we had won. Vampires were here to stay. These fans started a movement, a fever of sorts, a new vampire culture. Twilight Fever, Stephanie Meyer's legacy. This is so fucking stupid. I love it so much. Germ. It goes on to say that each. Yeah, Germ, by the way. Grrm. Germ. I think this is canon. Yeah, I think this is Twilight lore. Um, It goes on to say that each book in the Twilight series was inspired by what humans called classics. It seems our Miss Mayer is a Shakespeare fan, aren't we all? Hmm. Twilight was inspired by Pride and Prejudice, New Moon by Romeo and Juliet, Eclipse by Wuthering Heights, and Breaking Dawn by A Merchant of Venice and A Midsummer's Night Dream. Is that true? I feel like that can't be true. No way. I've only read Pride and Prejudice and A Summer Night's Dream out of those two, but or sorry, not Pride and Prejudice, Romeo and Juliet and A Midsummer's Night's Dream. But yeah, Merchant of Venice, like that can't be right. You know what? I guess no. Book two is where they're in Venice because they actually do go to like Rome, um, which is right next to Venice. Interesting. So we should be grateful for Stephanie Meyer's influential prose, should we not? We are once again loved. Hmm? These popular myths about us through the times have only ever helped us. Would you not all agree? That's the vampire talking, by the way. Dracula's back. I think he's ready. His flashes in Breaking Dawn. I don't even know. um. Oh, I guess he's talking to his vampire gimps. Because they all say like yerp, grr. Years of going hungry, and now they love us. They want to be us. The more they think we're beautiful and mysterious and romantic, the fuller my stomach. Write more, I say. Write more, Stephanie, now. Who is hungry? And then it says end. That's the end of the story. No fucking way. There's more pages. There's more going on here, but that's the end of that story. Oh, that's a 5 hour drive? Okay. That's fair. Yeah, they were definitely, they give orc vibes for sure. Like, they don't look like vampires. And then this page just has a wolf on it. A wolf with some blood. And it says the city of Forks on the next one. And now we have the history of Forks, Washington, I guess. Forks, Washington is located in the heart of the Olympic Peninsula between the Olympic Mountains and the Pacific Ocean beaches. Population 3,120. Now it's the werewolf story. The Quillette tribe inhabited this part of the world dating back as far as the Ice Age, which would make them the most ancient inhabitants of the Pacific Northwest. The Quillette dialect was part of the Chimaquan language family tree. The Quillette hunted sea mammals and fished. They were accompanied by whalers and sealers as they built cedar canoes that ranged in capacity from two-man crafts to vessels capable of conveying 6,000 pounds of freight. That's impressive for um, pre-industrial times. They originally were a very spiritual people. Legend holds that supernatural transformer fashioned the Quillette tribes from wolves. The boys would go on quests to find their supernatural power once they reached puberty. This part is actually really well um, written and I wanted to say animated, but that's not right. Illustrated. Um, this doesn't feel like I'm reading some wacky vampire reading Stephanie Meyer's biography. The Quillette people remained isolated from white contact until American Captain Robert Gray arrived in his ship, the Columbia Rediviva, in May of 1792. Robert Gray took up trading with the Quillette for otter and beaver skins. The first official contacts with the U.S. government were made in 1855 when Quinault chief, not Quillette, Quinault Chief Tahola signed the Treaty of the Quinault River with Washington Territory Governor Isaac Stevens. A comic version of my Brendan Urie fanfic? No, I don't think we need that. Maybe someday if I ever get into illustrations. On January 25th, 1856, Chief Howyak and two sub-chiefs went to Olympia to officially sign the treaty. According to the treaty, the Quillettes were to give up their lands and move to a reservation at Tahola. However, so remote was Quillette territory that there was little pressure to settle their lands. Forks sits 12 miles inland from La Push on a prairie 1 mile wide and 3 miles long. The area was regularly burned by area tribes to regenerate young fern fawns. fronds eaten by elk and deer, which the Indians hunted. White settlement of the area came by way of rivers and trails from the Pacific and the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Settlers were greeted by with towering forests of Sitka spruce, Douglas fir, hemlock, and cedar. Men staked claims in the mid 1860s, convincing the territorial legislature to create Quileute County out of the western ends of Clalam and Jefferson counties. But with too few settlers, the new county never came to be, and the early claims were abandoned. Now we're just getting a history lesson. This isn't even like fun stuff anymore. Luther and Esther Ford arrived by way of La Push with their family in January 1878. The Fords claimed a 160-acre homestead 1 mile east of Forks' present-day town center. Hay, oats, grain, and hops and vegetables all grew well on the prairie. Luther Ford planted the first orchard and established the first dairy herd in 1979. Channel Point redemption for a page. Maybe. I thought about when I bought this, I was fully like, hold on, what if I did a Channel Point redemption to read and like act out, or maybe not like act out, but like dramatically read a chapter of Twilight. We could eventually make it all the way to Breaking Dawn, but that's a lot of reading. I don't know how many people would be interested in that. Um, where are we here? Post office was established in 1884 in Nelson's Cabin. Why are we reading about the post office? Is this just like the history of Forks now? For forever? Over 500 people a day visit Forks now, like nowadays, because of Twilight, I guess. Take it out, I know. I've got to act out all of Twilight single-handedly, one-man show. um, we've got some pictures of like Stephanie Meyer going to Forks, Washington to do research for Twilight. um, Lamau. There's a message on what looks to be like a house or something like that. It says the Cullens are off to Montana. There were some grizzly bears spotted near Canada. Our overnight guests will be cared for by our resident innkeepers as usual. So some poor hotel must be getting people talking about Twilight like all the fucking time to this day. I wouldn't mind Twilight being a part of my branding. To the people of my favorite town, I'm so honored that you've chosen Bella's birthday, September 13th, as Stephanie Meyer Day. Thank you for being such gracious hosts for my vampires. You're wonderful, Stephanie. So that's like a letter she wrote to the people of Forks. And this fucking poor hotel chain has Edward Cullen didn't sleep here. You know how they like advertise like, oh, color TV here, like only so and so a night. They just have to advertise that Edward Cullen does not fucking live here. Oh my god, best dollar I've ever spent entirely. Yeah, September 13th, we're celebrating. We're watching the entirety of Twilight, I guess. Stephanie Meyer Day, who knew? Oh my goodness. That absolutely was the best dollar I've ever spent. I've said it many times now, but it is just so incredibly true. 100% worth it. Doc, welcome on in. How you doing this afternoon? I think real quick, I am going to go make myself a cup of coffee because all of that reading has kind of put a frog in my throat. So give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back, and we'll discuss the future plans of Twilight and the gay family. Welcome back. The camera has been off that whole, or not the camera, the mic has been off that whole time, huh? Well, that's only the second time this stream that I have sat and talked for a good 5 minutes, while you guys have not seen or heard what I'm doing. So, you know, I'm a professional. Oh my god. I turned up the volume because I thought The Sims had stopped. And now that it's back on, it was a little too loud. um, let's see here. Where were we? What are we doing? What else do we even need? There's too much outside space. No, I think I didn't have this on for a hot minute there. It I muted it when I left, and when I unmuted it, it made a beep that I think was it telling me that it died. Um, and I did not register that, so I just sat and talked for a good 5 minutes with with no audio coming through. Oh, you restarted the app and everything? Oh. Huh. I know that Twitch does that sometimes too. Like every once in a while the screen will freeze and I'll still be able to hear them talking or whatever. Or the other way around, where like I won't be able to see or hear them, but um they're moving still. So Twitch is funky. I'm glad it's fixed. Uh, um we need some trash cans, that's for sure. Put those out here. I thought you were losing it. No, not quite yet. I guess we should have like a grill out here, huh? Think you might be a sugar cub? What's a sugar cub as compared to like a cub? What makes you sugary? Because you're so sweet? um, which one's the one that has the mossy bench? You're such a mossy bench. Ah, this is the one. Sugar being more feminine. I got you, I got you. They put a pic of Jack Black as a cub. I feel like I would classify Jack Black as a bear. I guess maybe he's not hairy enough? I don't really know. I guess I don't know gay classifications as well as I thought I did, you know? But how well can you really ever know something like that? I know. The gay world is a little confusing to me. I remember there was a period of time where I thought I was like the gayest person to exist and be alive. And then I remember there being just like a kind of a shift in culture as being gay was being more accepted. That people started being like, "Oh yeah, you're gay, but you're like not gay gay." And I had to be like, "What? Like, what do you what do you mean?" Like I am gay gay. I'm pretty goddamn gay, I would imagine. But what they mean is I'm not like wearing women's clothes and like twirling a rainbow ribbon 24/7, you know? I'm not like in your face gay. Which I've also had people tell me like, yeah, being gay is fine as long as you're like not in my face about it. And I'm like, oh, so you just gay is not okay for you then, because that's still a classification of it not being okay to you. Like, I don't know how you make that distinction, but point me the direction of the rainbow ribbon. Yeah. I actually did have a rainbow ribbon at one point, like on a stick where you could like do ribbon tricks. Like it was a thing for me for a couple of years. Not that I did like professionally or anything. I just like enjoyed twirling the ribbon. Who among us does not enjoy twirling a good ribbon here and there? Charles ate it. No, this was long before Charles. Charles wasn't even a twinkle in his mother's eye yet. Mm. There's too much space outside. I don't know what to do with all of this. You know what? Maybe we can have the nectar thing outside because it just makes more sense, I guess. Is that in here now? The fizzing station. Let me just look up nectar. Nectar maker. I guess, yeah, this can just be her nectar corner. And we'll have a little grill area as well. Oh, that was an outdoor activity? That's funny. I guess, yeah, it kind of is. Now where were those little... Yeah, these things. Make it look like we already have some already made up and just laying around, you know? A painted barrel. Pretend that's like part of the machine. I don't know if I can use it if it's on it though, so I guess we'll just do that. Put this on the table like we store some nectar out here for use of the barbecue when we do it. Traveling hay for putting in Lamanda's place. Maybe a little bird bath for over here. A little birdhouse. We've really got to pull out all the stops over here because I mean, we... I don't know what else to fill up the space with, you know? We could probably have like a little ranch entrance thing over on this side, maybe. Instead of having just like a fenced-in area. We can have just over there be fenced in or something. Actually, does this have swatches? It does. But I kind of just don't like the idea anymore. We can definitely have some stacks of barrels over here. Like Melody has already made nectar up the wazoo. Look at how talented she is. Look at all those nectar she's already made. I always forget that there's Baby Yoda in The Sims. I think a little like pagoda area like that would be cute. I don't know if you can still use the bench underneath it. And there's no purple, which is kind of a bummer. But just a little shade for the table. I think I could handle that. And maybe we'll put this in between them. And the bird bath can go right here. Okay. Maybe 2 ponds? Maybe we do a second pond in the backyard, in the side yard. I don't know. There's just too much room. What other types of trees do we have here? Wild ebony tree, I think. Another one that we've got to size up because the house is so ridiculously large, otherwise they just look fucking tiny. Yeah, look how tiny this tree is compared to like just the front, like the first floor of the house. It's so freaking small. Versus like this one is like 7 times the size of the house. Baseline. I wish they were all somewhat bigger and you could just size them down easily. Because the landscaping of this world kind of makes it tough to use anything but these trees. The kind of like off green color of everything. You can't really just use like a regular tree. I think I will put a small one over here though. Lamanda deserves a little bit of shade. And why not? Yeah, we can put it on the edge of the fence there. But honestly, I think if we're going to do that, then I think the better grill type would be like one of these. And then I still have so much. What am I gonna do with all this space still? A second pool? um, Outdoor activities? Oh, you know what? Oh my god. In the household inventory, we have trees that need to go down. Maybe not the plasma fruit trees there, because I don't like those ones. The spliced ones. Um, and then we have the one pomegranate tree. And go over here. And 2 plasma trees. I guess we'll put those out front. Like that. Yeah, I think. Ah! I didn't want to zoom out, no. Yeah. That's a little more even. But now I'm thinking that this probably has to go straight, honestly. I think I'm gonna go for a little while longer today. I think it's probably just gonna be one longer one today instead of two shorter ones. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be going for a little while longer. I've got too much stuff to do on this house, and I want to keep it to a reasonable amount of streams. And so far, I don't think that's happening. To be fair, this one I did get sidetracked. This one is not entirely my fault that I haven't done much building. The Twilight comic was incredibly important for us to get through. Find a snack and clear your head? Heck yeah. Get some nice fresh air, get a little walk in. Always makes me feel a little better. Even though I always think it's not going to, it always does. Those are fine. It's just kind of silly because we have the hard line here at the edge of this lot that we don't always have. Okay. So that looks a little better. Looks a little more proper for the house. But you know what I think I need, actually? I don't even care if this means that I won't be able to reach the plants very well. But we need, like, yeah, a little something around these trees. They can't just be, like, bare ass in the grass like that. Maybe even like that? No, that's a little too much. That's fine. But then maybe we can do some, like, groups of bushes or something. Some llama hedges? I don't know. I think it might be time to show some hidden objects. Okay. And then I think I'm going to go specifically into the horse ranch debug because I just feel like there'll probably be some good useful stuff for us in there. Um, oh, we can probably put some barrels out front as well. Like we're getting ready to sell them. Of, nectar. Probably just a couple barrels on the front porch. Maybe we can have an outdoor bar. We don't do that very often. There's some prairie grass. You can just place it down. Okay. We'll put some in here for Lamanda. I don't know if you can just, like, tile it like this and have it be alright, or what the deal will be, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we can just have an outhouse for anybody who wants to use the bathroom while they're in our pool. We've got to fill up space somehow. Hmm. A llama ironwork sign, of course, for the llama house. For the side of there, I guess. Because that's the only place it goes to. Hmm. Yeah, I guess let's do a bar outside. It's kind of silly, but it's also kind of not, But if we're doing one of these, I kind of want to do, like a built-in, if I can. And for that, we'll need it to be more of like a porch type of thing. So like maybe over here. Just kidding, maybe I do like it over there. Like this, maybe? Maybe no bar back is the thing. Just the bar, and we'll have some like stools or something. Put a little radio out there, for sure, for our good times. Put a little water thing out here for Lamanda. I kind of forgot I was scrolling through debug for a moment. We have our unicorn, of course. The most important debug thing we have. Is this a whole, like, range? A whole valley in debug? Train tracks. Just a little bit of grass. Actually, I like the little bit of grass. That feels realistic. Makes it a little more overgrown in some places, which I like. Oh, and this is like a larger version of it. Sweet. Nice, okay. A lot of different versions of that, it seems. We also have the whole horse thing. All is one thing. Good. Oh, I forgot about this. I kind of like this. These, like, berries. Or, like, grapes on the wall. I'm gonna put that right there. And maybe we'll have a little bit of an entrance into it. Size these ones down just a little bit. So that you can get to that. And that's where Melody canonically gets her grapes from in this, not the the grapes that we've been growing in the greenhouse for years. I'm almost to a point where I could just put a mossy little hut on the back of our lot and say it fills up space. I mean, we could probably have like a truck or something out front. Like we drove up here. That kind of feels a nice spot in the front yard. Maybe we've got two cars parked in the front yard. We'll come back to that. I don't know if I'll keep it, but... A lot of broken pieces of fences that I don't know if I'll need. A lot of nice barrels, too. I think we'll just put some around. Just so it doesn't feel as empty back here. A water tower? That's where we got the water to fill our pool with. Oh, now we're getting into like bushes and stuff. That's good. Because that's what I was looking for. Plants that will actually work in our front yard. Including one of my new favorites, actually. Does this slot to a wall? It doesn't. But it does look nice leaning up against one. So we can put that there. Is that like a little mossy well? Oh, I like that. We can put that over by the tree here. What the fuck is this? That is an awfully green tree. For the fact that, like, none of the trees around here are that color. Some of this for the fence, maybe? It doesn't work on the fence. Okay. What can that work on? Whew, gross. Oh my god, I forgot about horse manure. Antique nectar press. Is this like a separate thing that we can use to make nectar? Well, we'll put that right here, I guess, and we'll see how if that works. Is there different swatches on this? Oh, there is! Yeah, we'll go with the dark wood one. All the goats. Okay, and that's it for debug for the horse ranch stuff. So we got some good stuff, but I've still got so much room to fill out. Maybe we should have a horse. Maybe I should just build a room for a horse just so we have room for one. Well, first of all, let's take the porta potty away. I'm not gonna porta potty. And we can clear up some of this grass. Do the counters that we got in this set match this? Kind of. Not quite. I forgot about that problem as well. So it'd be here, I think. And then we would grab these ones. Even then, they don't really match up. Why do corner counters kind of suck? Why does it make it right for that corner, but not the other corner? Am I using the wrong corner? No, that's the right corner. It just looks stupid. That's so silly. I feel like they must have recently changed that because it doesn't... I don't think it used to do that. I guess we can put the bar over like that. That makes it feel more like in a closed off little area. But I don't know what I want to do over here now to like help section it off a little. Like a wall or a fence or something? The bar back? It would be in the larger part of this. Like that with some gates in between, maybe? But that doesn't feel right to me either. No. In the center of the lawn with fences on either side? Right, the fences can't go up to the edge of the lawn. Like this. And then I guess we'll make like a little gate over here. And we'll move this just slightly over. Now, hopefully that'll work. Because I think that it should probably be fine. But you never know with The Sims. A little fenced off food area. And you know what? We should probably have a fence coming from this part as well. Does that actually come in a darker color? That's better, yeah. Jet, welcome on in. How you doing this afternoon? We're doing some landscaping stuff. Because I need to finish this house so badly. It's taken like almost a full week. And I want to get back to gameplay. But it's coming along. Little by little. Most of the work we did today was on this little fire pit area. Which I think probably one of the best outside things I've ever done. But I am getting a little lost as to what else to put on the outside of this house. We have so much room. Too much room. Oh, that trick doesn't work. Darn. When you hold shift when you're placing something, it lets you place more of it, but I guess that doesn't work with debug stuff. Also, didn't I turn this into the darker one? Yeah, thank you. Well, I guess we'll need a little path going up to that as well, then. Terrain paint-wise. Like that. Oh, I don't love that. I think it's just the texture of the grass here that I'm not a big fan of. Because it's just too much going on at once, I think. I guess we can just do that. Because the regular dirt isn't too much with this grass. However, I do think all of here should be grass, or dirt, as well. Best idea for a goat farm? Why won't it load? Just like having a really long time in the load screen, or like fully won't open the game. Either way, it's no fun. Um, but what's your idea for a go farm? I'm thinking we might have to actually do like a horse area at some point. Because I'm running out of things to do on this lot, outside-wise, and we still have a good old bunch of time outside here. Acts like it's gonna load and then it just doesn't. Oh. Interesting. The game itself will open and it just won't load? Or like the game itself looks like it's going to open and then won't? Also, why does this door keep turning into the lighter version? Oh. Because I have 3 of them on top of each other. That's why. Okay. That's fine. Put them on a farm with tons of goats and nectars. Oh, I love that. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of nectar and a lot of farm stuff on this one. Obviously, we have Lamanda, and we have Henry the goat. We just gotta, you know, make a more farm ready. There we go. EA does its thing and then goes back to your desktop, no game. Interesting. I wonder if anyone else had that problem, because I didn't have any problem loading in today. It just opened up like regular. EA app won't show games. Huh. I wonder if I would be having that trouble too if I was trying to open my game right now. Because that's only just started to happen to you this morning? That's interesting. EA has a lot of trouble with their app, it seems like. I have often run into problems with it. Another friend had to cancel their stream. So, okay, so it's not just you then either. Interesting. But since I'm already on The Sims, it's not affecting me? Oh, strange. Strange. I think the red goes better here. I guess so. Now I'm afraid that my game is gonna, like, crash. Yeah, lucky me, I guess. I feel bad, because now I'm, like, here playing when you guys all can't, but let me, just in case, let me save. Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good 3 hours since I last saved, so I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose the entire fire pit. That would kill me, I think. I cannot say that I would want to continue playing if my game crashed and I had to, like, redo this whole thing. Because this was a lot. This was a lot of effort and a lot of figuring stuff out. But worth it in the end, I think. I still don't know if Sims are going to be able to walk down here. Yeah, 3 hours worth of work. Thank you. I had an idea, and it, you know, it took a while to put it all together, but it came together in the end, for sure. Because originally it was fully just like I put down like one of these, and I had just like a bunch of logs around it, and that was it. It was just that over here. But then I was like, no, what if it was an actual like fire pit? Not just a pit where there's fire, but a pit with a fire pit in it. And thank God I had the idea, because it turned out wonderfully. Filled up a good portion of space that I would still have trouble figuring out with otherwise. Because I still got all of this to figure out, and then this little spot, and then all of that to figure out, and I have no fucking clue. We have a pool, we have a pond, we have a grill area, we have a Lamanda area, like, what else do you need outside? I guess we could have the treehouse, but I don't really want to build the treehouse. Do I? I guess we could have a kid play area for when we have children again. Because I would need to build it at some point anyway. Treehouse at like the edge of the lot. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Maybe we can use the backyard observatory as well instead of the telescope this time. Household power generator. That's so tiny compared to what it sounds like. Ooh, a hot spring bath. Oh my god, I forgot we could just have like a hot spring. Who needs a hot tub? We got a hot spring. Will that actually work? I feel like it might. I might just want to keep that there. Yeah. With a little bit of contrast like that. I think it's worth it. I think it's better than the hot tub. A nice swing set, probably. Have that over here, maybe. I guess I like the dark oak one. Just have a whole big playground area over here, I guess. Like somewhat near the fire pit, so it, like the adults can chill while the children play. A whole basketball court we could put out here, I guess. If we're really that strapped for it. Isn't there a third? Yeah, we can have like the pirate ship or the space one. Where are those? These things. Because we spoil our children in this family, I guess. It wasn't originally what I intended to do, but it is what I am going to do, I guess. And we'll line our fence with these things. Maybe this one should be lined here. That looks fine. That's a little more well lined up. Um, and that actually makes it look a lot less empty, somehow. Put the treehouse diagonally like that, maybe. And then monkey bars can go straight across here. And now we've got like a nice little area here in the middle. I feel like that doesn't necessarily have to have anything in between it. Maybe we can fill that in as we go along, you know? It doesn't have to be like built right now. I do feel like there should be more of something over here. Probably. At the very least, like bushes around this, you know? Make it look like it's been here and not was just placed here. And I guess we should probably terrain paint up to it. Just a little line. And probably the same thing right here. Just up to right there. Do I have like bushes out front that aren't these? I guess just these. Are there like bushes that came in this set? This pack. Just a relief bush. Awesome. Awesome. And tall grass. I guess we could just put down some tall grass in here. Not everything's got to be mega interesting, you know? Just a little bit of extra grassy areas. That seems fine to me. And we'll do the same over here. Right up to there. Because that's obviously our little grape thing, you know? Also fake, it doesn't really matter, but it, you know, it matters to me. And we'll have the tiniest little trail leading up to Lamanda here. From here. Beautiful. And maybe I'll just put a couple of bushes over here. Just to help fill it in a little bit. That's kind of nice. And I feel like I should also, if I'm putting bushes places to fill things in, we need a couple over here as well. Maybe even on both sides here. Actually, I don't like the 3 on the outside. take some more tall grass for over here, probably. Just fill in a little bit of this area. I hope you can walk through these, because I would like to still take care of my my trees here. But if I can't, I can't. They die, you know? They're not the things raking in the money these days. And I think I should get some stools for outside, but I feel like they should look like they are for outside, you know? A bunkhouse spindleback stool, maybe? Oh, I like the brown and green ones here. Green isn't really our color, but outside it kind of is, you know? Outside everything is green anyway. And you know what? I think I want a couple of the barrels. So let's go back to debug for horse ranch. Grab me some barrels. That's not the same barrel. Is this the one? No. What barrel was I using? Why do we have 7 different types of barrels? That's the one. Just a couple of these lining out here should be fine. Oh, we've got the darker barrels too. Okay. I think that area is pretty done. As done as it's gonna get, really. Maybe we could put a couple of these on the outside here. And then I don't know what to do with this area at all. Like, this area feels figured out. It just feels like I need to finish it. This area, I still have no fucking clue. Maybe we make a little area for the goat? I guess? But I kind of imagined Henry just kind of living with us. Just inside the house at all times, you know? Let me take a look. Outdoor activity stuff for animals. Maybe we can just get chickens. Fill up a little more space with that. Put the chicken coop like over here. And then have this little area be for chickens only. Because the only reason we haven't had chickens up till now anyway is because we lived on a lot where there were foxes, and the foxes would kill the chickens. So maybe we just have a nice little chicken area now. And let me grab the terrain paint, and we'll do another one of these out to where over here the gate will be, right there. We'll just make it a little more varied like that there. A little thicker. You know what, we'll just have that like that, I guess. Make it as thick as possible. It's not like we're you know, short on room, so. And you know what, even then, in that case, we should just have the trees over here then. Like that. And this thing could just be filled in by the grass. And let me grab the gates. And I guess we'll grab a couple of the ferns. The ferns don't really match the rest of the landscaping here, but they're my favorite little landscaping thing, you know? They're my favorite thing to put down. I'm going to put them down anyway. And then I don't even know what to do with the way that this leads up over here. Because now we have this little side yard thing that's going to be useful for, what, nothing? What am I going to do with that? At least the side yard looks nice. That's what's really important here. The side yard and the backyard are coming together. Who cares about the front yard? And this also means we're gonna have to get chickens, which I'm kind of not excited for, because that's another thing to have to take care of. But I will deal with that at a later date, because we are not even close to being able to play yet. There's still so much clutter and shit that needs to go down in here. I don't know, next stream I might do a playing stream just to make sure that everything in here works. Everything is, like, not, you know, broken. Because I gotta test out if the fire pit is usable. I don't know if they can get down these stairs or not. I hope they can, but if they can't, then this is just aesthetic, you know? Which would be fine. It's beautifully aesthetic, but I also do want them to use it, you know? I want them to light fire to it every here and there. The rest of this I don't really know. I think I might have built myself out for the day, unfortunately. Does this come in other swatches? It does not. I'm gonna use the darker one on that. I like that. This should be over here. So it's a little more separated between them. Actually, we could probably have 3. We have enough people in the house. Yeah. That looks nice. And then I don't think we need this one. It was silly to even have it in the first place. Um, what else can you even put outside? Hold on, let's search by things here. Activities and skills. Everything. The archaeology one. Oh, we could have that outdoor movie theater thing again, I guess. Wherever that is. Um... Oh my god, an arcade thing? Maybe we could have that in the hallway. Artificial fever room? We could have a sauna? I might have to do that. A cheer mat. More bars and stuff. Pet toys I don't think really count as outdoor activities. um, a street gallery. Interesting. This is what I was talking about before. This movie theater thing. I'll probably have that. But the question with that is, do I extend this out to meet it? Like out to over here? Or is that too much, do you think? Let's test it out. Oh, undo that one. No, I feel like that actually does make it a little better. A little more evened out. But in that case, because I was putting it on there to like make it more make sense, it can be more like this, because that makes more sense. And there's some seats that I'm like ready to use for this one. Where are they? We could do the log on this one again, but I feel like the moss wouldn't make sense on this part now. Where did there it is. The makeshift chairs kind of make most sense for this. Especially because more than likely we will not actually watch TV out here. But I'm going to pretend like we will. And maybe even put a third one down. Beautiful. Nice little area over there. There's so many just little areas in this lot. Little spots where you can do something slightly different than what you could before. I think, though, I think I might actually be built out. There's so much still to do in this house. We're getting there slowly but surely. Um, but we gotta figure out what's going on here. Gotta figure out what's going on over here, back here. Like, there's too much still. Um, but for now, I think I'm going to save and probably call it quits here. Because I don't even think the cars here are going to stay, which means we also got to figure out what's going on here. Um, Thank you, Cootsy. I appreciate that. It's nice to know that I'm not, like, doing bad stuff and then being like, I'm done. I'm over it. Because sometimes it does feel like I, like, look at it and I'm just like, I don't like what I'm doing. I need to, take a break and look away from it. Um, but knowing that you guys think it does look nice is nice. I'm not, like, making something horrible looking at it and being like, I don't want to look at this anymore. you know? Um, so. Oh, this is a really cute little house. Oh my god. I gotta look on the gallery more often, because so many people build things in ways that I would never even think to build things, and it can give you good inspiration. So maybe I'll just spend some time scrolling through the gallery later and see if I can find what other people have done with the 64-64 lot, and get some ideas. Get to pop into Bear's Paws in 20 minutes? Heck yeah. Is he streaming? Is he on right now? I think I followed him earlier. Not earlier today, but like earlier this week. Izzy is on, so we can send Izzy a raid. Um, but that is going to do it for me this evening. This afternoon. How do I spell her name? Literally. Izzy. If you don't know Izzy, she is lovely. Invalid username. That's... No, that's literally her username. Do I need the @ symbol first? I always forget that. Or did I spell her name? There's only one T. That's what it is. Literally Izzy. Perfect. Okay. What do you mean it's invalid now? Maybe you don't need the @ Oh my god, finally. Okay. Well, so that's going to do it for me this afternoon. Thank y'all for hanging. Thank y'all for chatting. We got a lot of really good work today done, and a lot of it was good because of the feedback from y'all. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a lovely rest of the afternoon, a lovely evening, because I won't see you later on, really. Um, and everybody say hello and wish Izzy well for me. And till the next time, guys. Bye!